Chris, and this is the second in a series of 3 videos that I'm doing. In the first one, I explained that in my house, we are much more likely to eat the produce if when it comes home from the grocery store, it's cut, it's cleaned, it's prepped, it's ready to go. So in the first one, I showed you my quick tricks for getting it cleaned in a big batch. I do it all in the sink with vinegar. And in this one, I want to show you, I took the time in between the two to cut up and prep the vegetables the way that I want to store them. And in this one, I want to show you what it is that I did. So first thing is I pull an entire drawer out of the refrigerator, make sure it's clean, so that I can just set stuff right directly in it. So the beets that I cut up are already in there and some stuff that I already had. So then I've got some kale over here, and I just want to show you a quick trick for prepping the kale. It comes on this thick stem, it grows on this thick stem, and so if you just scrape it off like that, you can pull it off of the stem and boom, easy to do. You don't even have to pull the knife out. So I keep it in a wet towel, and I just pull this over here where you can see it. I have the towel all wet, the kale in the middle of it, fold it all up, and I'm going to set that in that drawer that I just showed you. And there it is. So I store most of my produce in these glass bowls. So they're Pyrex bowls, glass with plastic tops. This first one is 1 single zucchini that I have a specific recipe I want to use for. And I cut it the way that I want it to be. It is set aside so it's ready to go when I want to cook that recipe. This second one is broccoli, and it's all cut up, ready to pop into the steamer or however I decide to cook it. And it's all ready to go. And then this third one, I cut up some broccoli, zucchini, and yellow squash, and those are already seasoned. I put olive oil and some seasoning on it, and they are ready to go. Most likely what I'll do is put them on parchment paper on a sheet pan and roast them, or I can just put them in a pan and cook them if I decide to do it stovetop. The apples are cleaned and ready to go. Those need to go into a separate drawer from everything else because apples have a substance in them that makes them cause your produce to ripen too quickly. So you want to keep them separate from everything else. The asparagus is in coffee cups, and I put about that much water in the bottom of it and keep them standing up just like they do in the ice in the grocery store to keep them cold and fresh. Ginger I have here. I got quite a bit of ginger this time. I read a study published by the National Institutes of Health that said that ginger has antiviral effects in the lungs. And so in this age of coronavirus, we don't know if it works against coronavirus, and I'm not a doctor, I'm just a person who's trying this, but it has been found with other viruses to have antiviral effects. And so what I'm doing is juicing it and drinking it a shot at a time. Doesn't taste very good. However, I've drunk a lot of other shots of other things that didn't taste very good, and I did it because I wanted that effect, and so I'm getting the effect of the ginger. Even if it doesn't work against coronavirus, who knows? It's got a lot of other health benefits, and it's good for me, so I'm doing it. And then the last thing I wanted to show you is the trimmings from various things. You can see I've got the asparagus spears here, I've got the broccoli stalks, and the beet greens, and I used to just throw those in my compost pile, but now I'm doing something different with those. So those I will show you in the third video. So there you have it, quick and easy way to have your produce prepped and ready to go so that when it's mealtime, all you have to do is pull it out and cook. Great, thanks.